Hey, Bucket Pond family, I have an exciting discovery. I have found the best, cheapest aquarium light for nano tanks and pond in a jar projects. Very excited, and I'm happy to share it with you. Now, I got this for $20 on Amazon. It's by a company called Taysing, and this is a series of mini spotlights that use a USB powered hub. This is not sponsored or paid content. I just found the best possible lighting solution for my problem, and I wanted to share it with you. So these little spotlights have a 6-foot cord, and they have a magnetic base, meaning the light itself can stick to a metallic object. They came with some instructions, which I did read, some adhesive stickers in case you wanted to stick them somewhere, and some metallic stickers as well that you can stick somewhere and allow the light to stick to that using the magnet. It's really cool. Now, we're not too worried about a lot of those items. We're worried about this powered USB hub. I was a little bit concerned. They sell a 10-pack and a 5-pack. The 10-pack's a little more expensive, and I didn't want to take the leap and with untested technology, But this is actually very easy to use. They just plug right in. We don't have an on-off switch, unfortunately, but we could figure out something for that in the future. So we're going to use one of those new spotlights today, and we're going to build a nano aquarium. We'll build a 1-gallon tank, and I'm going to use this piece of what I believe is local granite in this build. I'm not sure about this stone. Don't try this at home. Don't try untested materials in your aquariums. But for this project, I am going to also add some marble stones to help balance pH. But for this project, we are mainly interested in the light, and it's more of a demo for the lighting setup. But I figured, why not test this stone too? I have a ton of these boulders in the pool ponds and around them. I'm pretty sure that it's aquarium safe, but now's a good time to find out. So yeah, it's bucket ponds. I have to run multiple experiments within one build whenever possible. So I am now adding fresh, clean water here. This is taken from an aquifer. It's not bottled or, city water, tap water, anything like that. This is directly from the ground. It's just nice, clean water and some minerals and things. And I have I have a surprise for you. This is the Spike Rush Nursery. Yes, I haven't shown it in a while. It's a little dusty, but this was originally built to grow spike rush or hair grass, a type of hair grass. And it might look a little crazy in there, but it is doing a good job. It's been growing hair grass continuously for a long time. And we're going to take some out today. There's also a sweet gum seed pod in there from one of my trees in the backyard. We'll take that as well and try it in our new build. I do want to bring over some microfauna just to, to check, to test, and see if they are somehow affected by that unknown stone. Again, we should be fine, but yeah, I want to finally test it and figure it out because I have a ton of these boulders and they look really cool. And I want to make sure we can use them. Now that sweet gum seed pod, that is a favorite of many, many aquatic animals, and I don't boil them like you're supposed to. I just throw them right in my tanks. They will float at first, but they will eventually sink. And yeah, the worms love them, the ostracods, all of our pets love those sweet gum seed pods. And now we'll take some spike rush as well. Uh, the light that I am showing here that we're going to use on this build, it's not active yet. But those mini spotlights, they are 40 lumens. They are very, very low power. And for me, that's actually a good thing because our spike rush can thrive. I'm pretty sure it can grow in darkness. This stuff is crazy. But it can grow and thrive in low light conditions, hopefully too low to stimulate algae. So that's my goal here, is to see if this little light can grow spike rush and not grow too much algae. The spike rush nursery is, despite its appearance, It's actually doing very well. We're going to take some snails out of the nursery and add them to our new build. And we'll also take a few snails from the fishbowl aquarium and we'll add them as well. A couple small ram's horn snails, a few bladder snails, nothing crazy. They are my canaries in the coal mine, if that makes sense. I want to see if they survive and, if they do well with this stone in their aquarium. I believe it is granite, but with certain rocks, you'll never really know for sure. It might, have trace heavy metals or something in it. I'm not a geologist. I just know that it's not a great idea to use unknown stone in your builds. So yeah, we'll put the nursery to the side for now. And I want to show you my setup for these lights. So it does have a magnet on the back side, and I do have some nice new lids here that are metal, and the light sticks to it very reliably. I drilled a little hole in the lid, and just large enough to thread the plug through there. And this is a 6-foot cord, so I might have to struggle with it a little bit. But I am really happy for these lights, happy with them. About $4 to $5 a piece. And they do have to connect to that powered USB hub. But with a 6-foot cord, that's fine. So I can't get the light exactly centered because I drilled my hole in a bad place. But I do have this little clip that I think is meant to hold the power cord for the USB hub. But we're going to use it right here just to keep our light in place. And there we go. I'm going to add a label on here, Granite Test. This was built on 9/29/25, September 29th. Yeah. The day that we discovered the best possible lights for our projects. And I know it's not perfect, obviously. It's a $4 aquarium light. You get what you pay for. But that being said, being wise with your spending in a smart way is not anything to be ashamed of. That is something to celebrate. It's something to emulate in your life, to think about. Why pay $20 when you could pay 5? That's my opinion. Now, this light would not be bright enough for many, many plants. Many of your fancy Anubias or whatever, they're likely not going to do well with these little spotlights. But my low light plants that we specialize in here should do just fine. The jar looks amazing. With most of the lights in the fish room cut off, we have a good illumination. The light is firmly in place, though I can move it at any time. We do get to keep a lid on the tank, which is a huge bonus. And I have 4 more of these lights to play with for the other aquariums. Taking a moment to admire our snails and plants up here at the surface of the tank. That's not duckweed, that's water meal. And that is going to eventually block the surface of the water. So I will have to fish out water meal occasionally from this build. And that's cool. I'm fine with that. The snails are already breeding in here. But yeah, removing water meal in this build will be a way to export nutrients. As the plants consume fertilizer, we'll call it, produced by the animals and bacteria, we'll remove a little bit of that water meal from the surface, and that will remove those excess nutrients from the aquarium. It's a theory I've been thinking a lot about lately. So 6 days later, and yes, the jar is cloudy, but I chalked that up to my grow lights that I run nearby. I should have moved this jar to a darker location, and I will do that after today's video. That being said, the aquarium still looks good. The light still looks good. I'm just kind of moving it around here. Everything's fine. I did not add a air pump in this build because I was worried that the humidity, the bubbles may splash water onto the spotlight, and it may not be safe. So I'm not sure how these lights are meant to handle wet conditions. Most likely not. And now we are going to do a quick pH test. I do occasionally check parameters, despite what you might think. But yeah, I'm just curious to see if this rock has destroyed our pH, if it's caused problems in that department for our aquarium. And we'll run a quick test here. This is an API test kit. I'm not sure how accurate these are. and I don't rely on them too much. It's just a rough idea of what's going on in the tank. Generally, I go by, what's happening. Here we go. So we have, oh, what, 6.8, maybe 7? That's perfect. That's fine. That's a good sign, you guys. That's the perfect pH for my projects. Yeah, yeah. So despite the water being a little cloudy, we have created a pretty solid setup. And our snails are still alive. I did see a couple little ostracods scooting around in here. So that's a good sign as well. I did throw in one piece of cucumber, and the snails haven't been too interested yet. But ultimately, it looks like that stone is going to be safe. I'll keep this tank running and we'll monitor it as we go. But the stone, the wild granite, should be fine for my tanks. And that's huge because I can build some amazing things, you guys. Yeah. And these lights. Light is the real star here. This light was running continuously for 6 days with no issues, lighting up my little aquarium here. And I'm very happy with it. We shouldn't have much to worry about. I will install the other 4 lights soon, and I'll have a link to the product in the description. Not an affiliate link. I'm not making any money here. I just want to help you guys out and share my cool discovery. So thank you for watching. Big thank you to my YouTube members and Patreon supporters. And I don't think anyone's donated on Buy Me a Coffee, but if you would like to, I would be very grateful. So I'll see you again next Sunday. Have a great day, guys. This is Bucket Ponds, and I'll see you again soon.